So ChatGPT has done it again. It's introduced a game-changing feature that I'm about to show you right now. Just in case you didn't know, my name is Jay Stone. I am an AI content strategist, and I'm going to show you the thing that has changed everything right now. Okay, so I'm inside my ChatGPT interface. Just overlook my messy sidebar. And the first thing I want to do is to introduce you to ChatGPT Canvas. Let me show you how you get there. You want to go right up here to on the left menu. There's a divot. That's a drop down. We're going to change the model. We're going to change the text generation model to 4.0 with Canvas. Okay, 4.0 with Canvas. And yes, it says beta, but we're supposed to be in there anyway. Okay, so ChatGPT looks exactly the same as it always has, but watch this. Let's write an outline for a book about dragons. Now, I have not practiced this at all. Okay, so this is just me and ChatGPT going off the fly. Let's write an outline for a book about dragons. I'm going to hit the arrow and send it to do its thing. Okay, so it came in, it wrote the outline, still generating. Okay, generating the outline. Does it spark your interest? Is it helpful? Sure. Okay, now here's what I'm going to ask it to do. Sometimes it automatically opens the canvas. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to say using the canvas, and you don't have to do caps. Let's write the content. Okay, let me tell it. First of all, let me tell it that I love the outline. Because this is a conversation window. Okay, this is a conversation window. Now I'm going to tell it. So I'm having a conversation with ChatGPT. Now I'm going to tell it to, let's have the conversation. So I told it, using the canvas, okay? So did you see what happened? Did you see how the window kind of popped up like this little document and then it gave a split screen? Okay, so normally your conversation window inside of ChatGPT is right here in the middle. What you're seeing is that it moved to the left. This on the left side is still the conversation that you should be having with ChatGPT. Okay, so the first thing that we did was we told it, and as you can see up here, to give us the outline. I can scroll back up and still see the outline. And now it started to write the content. Okay, so here it is, content, dragons, just saying the word. And so I can edit right in here. So think about a word processor like Microsoft Word or Google Docs. That's what you can do in here. It's limited, but it's still great. So the word dragons, I'm going to highlight that because I probably want the word to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to use the heading here. Can't change the fonts, anything like that just yet. But now I can make simple edits. I can also go in and let's see, origins, anatomy of a dragon. So let's go down to anatomy of a dragon. Chapter 3, anatomy of a dragon, face-to-face, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Wings in contrast, Western. Okay, so let me see. I want to take this paragraph. I'm going to highlight this paragraph, and then I'm going to ask ChatGPT to do something. So did you see what happened? It has a pop-up window that is an abbreviated chat feature. It's an abbreviated conversation right here. Okay. Ask ChatGPT, and I want to say convert this section to bullet formatting. Okay. And let's see if it does, because sometimes it does what I tell it to, and sometimes it doesn't. It did it, okay? So it converted just that section. It didn't go back the whole time. Now, sometimes it acts a little funky, and it'll re-render everything, but you don't have to change anything. You'll just watch it re-render. So you can go in and actually make your changes. You can actually type, okay, mythological cousins, right? Let's just say I want to do that, right? I'm going to say add a section addressing this, okay? And I'm just going to hit enter. And it did. Mythological cousins of dragons. And it listed all of these people. Now, I don't know what any of this is. I randomly chose this. I'm really not, not so much into sci-fi. But I just felt like this would be a cool thing. Now, watch something else that I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of look for mythological dragons. I'm going to say culture and literature. I'm going to add something else in here. I'm going to say famous dragons, right? And I'm going to do this. Create a table with 3 columns for this topic, okay? So I'm just going to tell it to add a table. Okay, guess what it did? Added a table. It listed the dragons. It listed the origin. It listed their characteristics. Okay, so again, you can edit lots of things. So I can highlight this. I've already showed you that I can use the 3 headings, 4 types of font sizes, the body and the 3 headings. You can do bold and you can do italics. So if I wanted to change it to bold or italics, I can do that. Now, you can still have the same, you can still ask ChatGPT to do the same things over in the conversation, right? You can say, change the tone to be more conversational, right? So I can do that. And because I said that, it's going to actually edit the entire document versus when we're using the Canvas, we can edit specific sections and add in specific things. Okay, while this is rendering, you do need to be a Plus member. You do need to have, ChatGPT Plus, so the $20 a month right now, that's what it works on. So the last feature that you need to know about is the edit. Okay, so down in the right-hand corner, you see a little pencil, and it gives you a few things to do. I can adjust the length of the text. So when you select it, you get a slider, and I can make it longer or shorter or keep the current length. Okay. And I'm just going to, once you release it, you'll get a little arrow, and then you have to click that black arrow to get it. So I'm just going to make it shorter and click the arrow, and then it's going to make the document shorter. You see that it says editing right here. You also have like the stop button here and the stop button here to cancel. That means it's still working. Okay, when it stops working, the suggestion edits will pop back up. Okay, here are the other things you need to know about the edit. So the other feature is the reading level. Okay, so if I wanted to keep the current reading level, high school reading level, college, I'm going to drop this down to middle school level and click the arrow. Okay, so remember, when you release your selection, you still have to click it, that little black arrow. That's kind of comparable to hitting enter. Okay, so it takes a few seconds for it to do it, but not that long. Here are the other things that you need to know about. I'm not going to show you all of them. You can actually go in and you can add emojis. You can add emojis for a section or for the entire document. You see this add emojis right here. You can click that and it'll add emojis in. If you just click without selecting something over here, it'll do the entire document. But if you select a document, it will only add emojis to that section. Okay? So it doesn't add it to everywhere. So that's one of the things I love. And again, sometimes it glitches a little bit and it will re-render everything, but most of the time it does what you say. Now, what you say. The final thing that you should be looking at is on the, nope, there's 2 more things I want to show you. Suggest edits. If you click suggest edits, right, it goes in and highlights things that it thinks that you should look at changing. Right, this is great for editing. And then it puts a little number beside it, a little number 1 beside it. So if I click this little number 1, it tells me what the suggestion is. You might want to expand on specific dragons, reflective, blah, blah, blah. If I say apply, then it goes in and makes the edit. Okay? So it'll tell you the recommended changes. Okay? Finally, you can do suggest, under suggest, click this. No, you want to go up to final polish. So when we click final polish, I want you to look at the formatting and everything. This is how we make it as perfect as possible in terms of, it looks at the punctuation, the formatting, things like that. So I'm going to click final polish, click the arrow, and it's going to make the final polish changes to the document. And it'll tell you what it does. It's going to look for typos. It's going to change any kind of formatting that might be a little bit off. It's going to update any types of words. So it tells you what it does in the final polish. Okay, just a couple more things that I think are worth knowing about. These arrows at the top allow you to revert to the previous version. So if I click and go backwards to before, if I click a few times, you'll go back, see no emojis. Right? And if I go to this version, and I can click restore version, or I can go back to the latest version, which is where I am. You can also see the changes. So if I click show changes, it'll show me the edits that it made in this particular version. Final thing, all right, here's the copy button. You can copy, and I'm just going to show you how you paste it because it does need to be pasted specifically. You want to click edit. And this is Google Drive. You want to paste from Markdown to get the formatting. Otherwise, you get the yucky stuff that kind of just looks like, if I just click paste, you got all of this other stuff that's not really the formatting, right? So you want to click edit, paste from Markdown so that you can get the nice pretty formatting that it already gave you. If you're using Microsoft Word, it's paste and match formatting, okay? That's it for me. I'm so excited, guys. Tell me how you use this and how it works out. Catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks so much.